Hey, now we have seen how to make basic charts in the seaborn. Now it's time to make these two charts. And for these two, I am using some extra lines of codes that are plt dot figure. And I am basically what is doing here, I am increasing the size of figure, this figure. Why I intended to do this? Let me show what will happen if I didn't use these two lines. I have plotted this graph and now you see the names, the labels in the x-axis are all messed up. So for that, I have increased the size of the graph by using this line of code. I will run this and now the size has increased. But you see, there are still some words that are not visible, right? These some are not visible. So for that, I am using the next argument, which is plt.xticks. And what it will do, it will rotate the x-axis statements by the rotation of 70%. The angle will be 70%. Running that, I will get this graph. And now these names are visible to me. You can use 90% as well. Let me show you what will happen. 90%, and the 90%, these are totally rotated to the 90%, the names, the x's. Other than that, you can also play around with the figure size. You can increase it, decrease it. Well, now as I have rotated these names, if I didn't increase this size of the figure, it will be still visible. Let me show you how. Now this way. It is still visible to me, the names auto, and now these are like much bigger than before, right? So from what can we extract from this graph? We can extract that the food items, the graph of food items, it is like the whole market is based on food products and clothing products. See this clothing product are having the most orders, and then comes the food product, and then comes the gadgets, and the least is like power tools and decor items and books unfortunately, and auto products and office products, pet care, and beauty is having a little, almost 500 orders to the beauty products, and shoes is also having a good percentage with 1,000 products. But the whole market from this graph we see that is based on the food items and the clothing products. The next graph I am having again changing the figure size and rotating the x-axis. It is based on the occupation, from which occupation individuals belong. And I am having this graph. What this graph says, this graph says that the IT sector person, these IT sector person are doing the most purchases. Like these are almost 1600, and then comes the partners from healthcare, and then aviation, and then government, and so on. Here the agriculture, this it is having very less orders. They are not participating as much in the Indian sales. Okay, I can just make these names bigger by changing the size. Okay, now it is giving me a good presentation, good names. Now some of the names were not visible to me as well, like textile and chemical. Now these are visible, and we can extract that the IT sectors, healthcare, aviation, and banking as well, and government, these are like playing a good role in purchasing. These can be the good persons to attract in your sales.